Hi, welcome back. Today's topic is Sales Ledger Control Account. In this lesson, I'll show you a practical question which is taken from Cambridge IGCSE Accounting past paper. Okay, so before we start, so here this format has 6 columns: date, detail, and dollar columns on the debit side here, okay, and same date, detail, and dollar column on the credit side. Okay, so we have some specific items to be recorded on the debit side and on the credit side. Okay, so have a look at here. Debit items, these are universal debit items. There are no other items to record on the debit side. Okay, so here what to write? Debit balance. Okay, debit balance will be written on the question. May not, may be. If it is written, then we have to write as balance BD on the debit side here. Okay, then we have here credit sales. Yeah, sales will be recorded on the debit side. We have number 3 here, bank. So bank will be here as a dishonored check. Okay, if there is a dishonored check on the question, then we have to write bank on the debit side. Okay, then number 4 here again, bank / cash. Here what is written? Refers to trade receivable. Okay, if there is any transactions related to refund to the debtors or trade receivables, in this case you need to write here on the debit side. Okay, number 5 here, interest charge on overdue account. Okay, if there is interest here, we have to record on the debit side. Okay, last one, number 6, balance CD. Okay, balance CD means the closing balance. Okay, will be given on the question. So if it is a credit balance, then we have to record on the debit side here. Okay, if there are two balances, two closing balances given on the question, then obviously it will be marked. Okay, it will be clarified whether it is a debit balance or credit balance. So if you see that it is a credit balance, you have to record on the debit side. Okay, these are only 6 items you need to record. Okay, maybe in the exam papers you have all 6 items, maybe you have 2-3 items. Okay, depends on the question. But if you can remember these items, it will be very easier for you to answer all types of sales ledger control account related question. Okay, so now let us have a look at here on the credit items. So here we have first one, balance BD. Okay, again opening balance. So balance BD will be here credit balance. If it is a credit balance on the question, then you have to record on the credit side here. Okay, so same thing in the question. If there are 2 opening balances, it will be mentioned. Okay, it is a debit balance or credit balance. If it is a credit balance, then you need to write on the credit side here. Okay, then number 2 we have here cash or bank. Okay, if we receive money from the customer, then we need to write as cash or bank. If we receive in cash, then we write cash. If we receive by bank transfer or by check, then we will write bank here on the credit side. Okay, then number 3 here, sales returns. If sales returns are given on the question, then don't be confused, you write on the credit side here. Okay, then number 4 here, discount allowed. Yeah, sometimes you will have discount allowed on the question. Okay, if there is discount allowed, then you need to write, you need to record on the credit side. Okay, so what is your next item? It is here bad debts. Okay, bad debts written off. Okay, or irrecoverable debts. It will come in different way with the different terms, but same meaning. Okay, so if bad debts are given on the question, then we need to write on the credit side here. Okay, we have number 6 here, contra or set off. Okay, contra entry. Contra entry comes on the debit side of purchase ledger control account and on the credit side of sales ledger control account. Do not forget, remember always. Okay, so set off and contra, these two terms are same. Sometime on the question paper set off will be written, sometimes contra will be written, but this will be recorded here on the credit side. Okay, then we have number 7, the last one, balance CD. Okay, balance CD, I told you already that if there are two closing balances, then will be mentioned on the question whether it is a debit balance or credit balance. Okay, if you see it is a debit balance, then you need to write on the credit side. Look at here, opening balance and closing balance, different, right? Opening balance, if it is debit balance, you need to write on the debit side, but when it is balance CD or closing balance, if it is a credit balance, then you need to write on the debit side, opposite, right? Here same thing, if opening balance is a credit balance, then you need to record on the credit side here. Okay, but when it is closing balance or balance CD, if it is a debit balance, then you need to write on the credit side, opposite. Okay, don't be confused.